Let me tell you my quick story.
I want to hear it.
So, like I said, it was a horrible weekend because I had expectations that it was going to be fun, and I was going to do some stuff with my kids, and then for whatever reason, they didn't do what I wanted them to do. You know, I'm not going to say they're bad. They just didn't.
I'll verify. Your kids are wonderful children.
They really are. They really are.
But great kids.
But they just didn't do what I wanted them to.
The point to where like kids?
Yeah, kind of. They acted like a.
Where do they get off?
They acted like a 13-year-old, and then the 16-year-old acted like a 16-year-old. But I just got crazy mad. And you ever been crazy mad? And
the Colonel? No way. No, never. Not ever in his entire life. No.
You just rip on them. You just are like, you start yelling at them, and then my points were valid. My points were really valid, but I went so far that I felt like I punched their soul. It was a soul punch. It really was. And you know that because you feel horrible.
Yeah.
And you're in your car and you're like, man, I just punched my kid's soul.
And you never want to punch their soul. You just want to
flick it.
Or
if you do a soul flick, like with an ear flick, but it's right on the. You're like, okay, that's fine. They know I love them. But when you punch their soul, you can just see it. They're dejected. They don't even think you love them anymore.
And then you have to
even
buy
though you're
him something.
valid. What?
Then you have to buy him something.
I think I've got a pretty good idea what the worst thing I ever did to Ryan was when he was a kid.
You want to say that on air?
I don't care. You can if you want.
No, Colonel, you have the privilege of talking.
I'll lead it up. I'll lead it up. He had yelled. He was having an argument with his little brother, and he told him that he hated him.
Yeah.
All kids do
hate
that.
You.
Thank you.
Well, of course they do.
You.
Right? Of course they do. But
right.
I didn't want my kids telling each other that they hated each other because I think that's way over the top for a kid to say that to their sibling.
Did you have a brother?
I did not have a brother. I had 3 sisters. Jeez.
Did you hate them?
Yeah.
Did you tell them that?
I don't think I ever told. I don't remember telling any of my sisters that I hated them.
Did you live in the same house?
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you did, because otherwise you would have told them you hated them.
Anyways, so poor Ryan had said that he hated his little brother, and I was just walking by his room. I wasn't even in the vicinity, but I was walking by his room and I heard him, and I went in there and I was just angry with him, and I initially I just kind of grabbed him by the shoulder, and I had a hold of his shoulder. And
you didn't know.
Wait, my favorite part of this story right now. Hold on, I have the conch. You just L1'd. You actually tightened every muscle in your body and grabbed him. And you pretended to grab his shoulder, and you L1'd his shoulder. Now I know what an L1 is.
Boom.
Yeah.
And I had this firm grip on his shoulder and his neck, and I was just laying into him.
No. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
What did
your
you have?
version?
There was no shoulder. He just went straight for my throat. He just grabbed me by the neck, like Simpsons, like Homer and Bart Simpson.
Are you little?
It was like what? It was like
awesome.
Can you open up your mouth and have your tongue do the Bart thing?
Well,
so then what did you say?
And I just told him, I said, never ever say that to your brother. Never say that you hate your brother.
He's like, I hate you, Dad.
Yeah,
and then the Colonel goes, I hate you for saying that.
Yeah. And then I just felt absolutely terrible. As you know, I mean,
You soul punched him.
I completely
in the nuts.
Soul
Yeah.
choke.
And I don't know.
I think it's a soul choking.
That is a soul choke.
I mean, how long was
You know?
it after that episode before I came back in your room and apologized
It
for
was like a minute. I mean, you immediately, as soon as you did it, you realized that it was. Yeah.
He realized he
Did you
almost
think that
murdered
as a
you.
little kid? You're like, man, he'll be back.
I think you were probably, 13, 14?
Yeah, but
22.
I remember it scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
And yay, high five, way to go, Colonel.
And
That's exactly what it's supposed to do.
Here's the other thing, though. I never said I hate you to Dylan, or my brother, ever again.
His name's Dylan, isn't
his
it?
name's Dylan. I never said I hated Dylan ever again. But
It's actually Brandon.
Dylan would always say that to me after that. Always. And he didn't get anything for it.
Oh, wait till
Yeah.
Dad gets
Next
home. He's
time
going
I
to
see
choke
Dylan,
you.
I'm gonna choke
But-
him.
But isn't that like the plight of all youngest siblings, though? I have the same experience with my little brother. Half the crap that I did, he never got anything for.
Yeah, that's the benefit of being the younger brother. So.